What prompted you to quit your job?
So because I fell sick last year in June, and then I was recovering. I was doing some treatment. By January, I was still kind of weak, so I extended my unpaid leave actually. So then the art idea came into mind. Then, yeah.
So you're still a teacher now, technically. No.
Well, on paper, yeah.
Now, I know you said you got sick, and it's not just any sickness, it's leukemia. How did you find out?
I was actually it was the month of June, and it was a very hectic month because I was finishing up my master's course part-time, plus doing my assignments and teaching and tuition, and I was very stressed, and I felt really tired. And I walked a little bit, I was like then I'm like, and one time I went to hike as well, and I almost fainted. Yeah, so that prompted me to go to the clinic and check out what's going on. Yeah, and then following, I went to the hospital, and then we found out that I had leukemia.
Okay, so prior to this, you didn't have a clue.
No, I just thought I was stressed.
Okay. So you are currently in remission, are you?
Yes.
How are you feeling now?
Still, it's up and down actually. Like some days I feel really tired. Yeah, and I do go for regular checkups. So sometimes I do still need transfusion and treatment, stuff like this. Yeah.
Okay. But what what did you realize about yourself when you were first diagnosed with leukemia?
Um, it was actually a real shock. Yeah, and I went through a lot of mind issues actually. Yeah, I fell into depression because I used to be so mobile and like healthy. Yeah, so it was a really tough time actually. Yeah.
Mm. And that was when you decided to learn pouring art as part of art therapy, or something to de-stress you and just get your mind off the sickness, right?
Correct. Yeah, so it was something I want to do, something accessible and something that I can, take my mind off, like you said. So it was really therapeutic. And it was very quick as well. I did really small pieces. So I just pour some of the paint here and there, and then I got what I wanted. Then I get to sleep after that. Yeah.
Nice. So has the therapy worked, the art therapy? Do you think it works for you?
Yeah, I think it really has changed how I've seen things. Yeah. Sometimes even looking at my paintings help while I have my meals in the house. Yeah, it's just like the colors, and because it's abstract art, you can every time you see it, it's a different feeling. Yeah, so it has helped.
Were you always artsy in a way? Because back then you were teaching, and then you discovered this. Did you realize that, wow, I'm actually very artsy?
Actually, in terms of art, the only artsy version of me was through photography, and that's it. Yeah, I never knew I could be some form of good in art, I guess, until I tried this pouring art.
Oh, you
Yeah.
mean you didn't enjoy art previously, as in the drawing and
No, I
illustrating?
only when I used to teach, I would draw my circles weren't circles, and I would draw like stickman to tell the story about the. I used to teach maths, so yeah, all my shapes and everything was I preferred using the computer because it was straightforward.
Okay, but at what point during your art therapy did you think that, hey, this could be a career?
Oh, that was actually very interesting. I was just showing it to my friend the other day, and then she was like, "Oh, this looks so nice. Can I have one for myself?" So I did it for her, and she was willing to pay for it. So
Wow, your
yeah,
first. So that was your first sale.
yes. And I thought I was like, wow, actually someone may buy my art.
So when
So
your
that
friend first said,
prompted me.
"Can I have that?" Yes, for 10,000 ringgit.
Nah, not for 10,000. At first I didn't know how to put a
Charge, right?
price.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got, like I just, yeah, okay, this amount. Yeah. Then she's like, yeah, okay. And I'm like, oh, really? Okay, cool.
But you do a very specific type of artwork. It's called acrylic pouring art. Can you tell us a little bit more about this art form and why you fell in love with it?
So this kind of art it's really fun because you use acrylic paints, you mix the paints with mediums, then you pour the colors into a cup, and then you just pour it onto the canvas, and it really depends how you pour it. And then you just move the canvas around, and ta-da! Then you get some form of swirly form of art. Yeah.
Marbly looking art, right?
Yes. Really looking art. Yeah.
When you first started out doing this, were there any like disasters?
Um, I got really lucky at first. So my first few were really nice. So I was like, wow. But after that, yeah, when I experiment, make some ugly ones.
Like, what do you mean?
I think maybe it looked ugly to me. Like I had a certain preference that I wanted it to look like.
Mm.
Yeah. So not necessarily ugly in everybody's eyes, but in
There's
in
no
my eyes.
ugly or beautiful in art. That's what I've learned, right?
Yeah, it really depends on what the person sees. Yeah.
But that
Okay.
that was a mathematician in you. You're like, yeah, mathematically it didn't fit what I wanted to hit, right?
Yeah, I guess like, oh, it didn't meet my expectations, but yeah, I guess, or like it doesn't represent who I am. Yeah. So
But why do you like this art as compared to all the other art forms?
I just really love it because it's always so different. Every time you try something, um, yeah, you pour the colors. Even if you pour the colors in a different order, you get something different altogether.
Mm.
So it's always new and exciting. Yeah, that's what I like about it.
Okay. But it looks relatively easy to create. It seems like anyone can do this acrylic pouring art and come up with a pretty okay looking art piece, right?
Yes, I really think so. I believe so that anyone can do this form of art just with some guidance. Then yeah, anyone can do it.
So if people who are like not really into art or not really creative, can they do this art form?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. But what is so unique about this? It's like is every piece going to be different or can you recreate the same pieces?
There are some methods that you can recreate the same piece, but most of the time they don't come out the same. Yeah, yeah, it's very explorative, and when you experiment with things, yeah, they never really look the same exactly. Yeah.
It's kind of like from a mathematician's point of view, so it's kind of like chaos theory, is it?
Yeah, it's very chaotic. So I mean it because I'm such a planner, this has taught me to really let go of control. So that's the part of why it's therapeutic, because it helps me to enjoy the process and really live in the moment instead of like, oh no, what's going to look like next, and like overthink things. Yeah.
Oh, that's That's me, actually. I should probably try
You
this
should, yeah,
pouring art.
exactly. I was thinking about
I
that.
like
Yeah.
everything to look perfect and plan everything.
OCD, yeah.
And I'm like, what if I don't like the art after I've poured everything on the canvas? It'll be such a waste.
Oh, well, I think, yeah, even if you don't like it, you can always do it again and until you like what you see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it an expensive hobby to have this acrylic pouring art? Like, how much are some of the materials required to do this art?
I think it really depends on which brands you use.
Mm.
So certain materials like, okay, let's say the acrylic paints, they can range from one tube of paint, 7 ringgit, or it could even be 30 ringgit just for
One
one
tube.
tube of,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So
Okay.
it really depends on the colors you want or the brand that you feel that is appropriate for what you want to achieve. Yeah. Even canvases as well.
Okay.
They have cheap canvases, they have expensive canvases.
Wait, so
Yeah.
when you say 30 ringgit for a tube, it must be a massive tube though, right? No, or it's just one of those small tubes.
Like a toothpaste tube.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Okay,
Okay.
that's a pretty big tube.
Yeah.
So, is there a specific acrylic paint that is better to use than others? Is it really like you pay for the price that is worth?
I think yeah, some brands, if you pay more, the colors are more apparent. They stick out more. And also like the fluidity of the paint as well. Some paints can be thicker,
Mm.
but we want it to be more fluid actually. So yeah, it really matters though which brand you choose.
I'm looking at your art right now. I like the bridging one.
Oh, I love triangles. Those are fun.
That's quite brilliant,
Now
actually.
tell us about your artworks that like JD is looking at it right now on AnnoraOng.com.
Yeah.
What were some of the inspirations behind these artworks?
Um, because this is still relatively new to me, and there are actually so many types of methods you can do with pouring art. So what inspires me the most is just to explore the new method and see what I get. And yeah, the colors as well, I just choose in the moment
Mm.
based on how I feel. Like, oh, I think I really love purple today, so let's go with purple. Then I go with the flow and choose the next colors. Yeah.
How supportive is your family of your decision to do this full time for now?
They are very supportive because they find that teaching will really stress me out. So doing this is like, okay, good, please rest. You need to rest and like, yeah, make sure you get strong again. So this is what they want for me. Yeah.
But what if after this you get lots and lots of orders?
I guess I have to pace it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Set their expectations.
I guess that's the beauty of having a small business. You can plan your own schedule as well, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And I learned that you also do workshops teaching small groups of people the art of pouring art. How much is it to take part in one of your workshops, and how many people in a group can take part?
I charge 150 ringgit.
Mhm.
You get to do 2 relatively small canvases that you can take home, and it's small group because of we don't want a virus and I don't have a big space.
Mm.
SOPs.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so 4 people maximum for a workshop. Yeah.
And all materials will be provided.
Yes, all materials will be provided.
Is your like right now it's you running this, and we were talking about family support and everything. At any point, is your family gonna go, okay, it's gonna be too much for you to manage? We will handle the selling of your art. You just do the arts and everything. Has this conversation happened yet?
No, actually, so sometimes we do have some discussions on my workshops and things like that because I'm so adamant to do it, but sometimes my body is not at its peak Yeah, so my parents would be like, oh, why don't you postpone it? Then I'll be like, no, I'm fine. Yeah, so I guess it really depends. Yeah.
Okay. Now tell us about your artwork. What your art pieces? What's the price range for your art pieces?
Um, I think they're still quite small. We can hang it on your wall in your room.
Mm-hmm.
It's about like A4 size or A3 size.
Okay.
Yeah, they range from 100 ringgit to 400 ringgit. Yeah.
So these are canvas, what do you call it? Pouring art.
Yeah, canvas paintings. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you reached out to us to do a free plug for you. So before we do one for you, can you tell us all we need to know about your business and where we can buy your artwork? How can we join your workshops? All that.
Okay, so I do have a website that sells my art, which is www.annoraong.com. Annora, Annora, ong.com. I also have my social media accounts to check out where my workshops will be at. Those are my Facebook, Annora the Artist, and Annora Ong on Instagram. So you
Why do you think someone should buy your artwork and hang it at home?
And I think it really depends. Like a lot of my friends bought them. Yeah, actually, I don't know why they bought them, but yeah.
That's not how you market your company.
Sorry, I'm still new at this.
I know.
Yeah, yeah. I guess they saw the they saw the beauty in it, and some of my friends have asked me to do commission pieces as well, and yeah, we discussed the colors, and they seem really happy with it. They almost bought more than one piece actually. Yeah. So I
When
guess
you look at your own art pieces, how do you feel?
happy. I really like to see them. It's very sad when I have to sell them actually. Yeah. Yeah, but I do have to sell it because storage problems. Yeah.
But what have you learned about yourself, Annora, after doing art, this pouring art, acrylic pouring art?
It's like I've learned that a skill can always be picked up if you're passionate about it. There's a certain level of obsession that you need as well in terms of art. And yeah, I sometimes I do get quite obsessed. Yeah. And it's also helped me venture into different forms of art. And I feel like I've learned that I do want to use art to share how people can build their positive minds and to let go and live in the present. I think that's really important, especially after I fell sick, because it's now or never. Like, yeah, this is your life, and we're not just going to like go through the days of life and survive. It's more like be alive and have fun and be free. Yeah, I think that's what I've learned.
You know what I
Great.
see in your art? In your art, I see you. And because life is stressful enough as it is, if I want to de-stress, I just checked out some of your art pieces and it de-stresses me. So that should be your marketing tool, your marketing line right there.
Yeah, just look at my art, right? Buy my art, look at my art and de-stress.
There's a great message there, though, Annora. Like, live life to the fullest and have a bit of fun.
Mm,
Add some color to your life.
Yes, definitely.
that's brilliant.
All right. Before we let you go, though, we didn't just ask you on to come on Free Plug Friday just to talk to you. We've actually recorded a radio ad that we will play for you now. And you can have a copy of it after we're done.
Yeah. Are you ready for this?
Wow. Yeah,
Okay, have a
All right.
listen to
ready.
this. Calling all lovers of art, come feed your beating heart by filling your shopping cart with a canvas-filled color chart. AnnoraOng.com is your start for paintings that set you apart. Buy it for you or your sweetheart, your wall's perfect counterpart.
Visit ANNORAONG.com now for your acrylic masterpiece today. Annora Ong.
Oh, no, please don't add that. Can't do
Oh,
it again,
that's
or
so
if
cool.
you're happy with it.
Let's do this.
Wrong one, guys. Wrong one.
Oh, we played the wrong one.
Oh, you did.
Which one was it?
Where did you put the hotkeys? What time?
Quick records. temp@annoraong.com.
I don't see it.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Hold on.
Are you in the LITE?
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
let's-
Reset. Okay,
Okay,
have a
okay.
listen to this, Annora. Calling all lovers of art, come feed your beating heart by filling your shopping cart with a canvas-filled color chart. AnnoraOng.com is your start for paintings that set you apart. Buy it for you or your sweetheart, your wall's perfect counterpart.
Visit ANNORAONG.com now for your acrylic masterpiece today. There we go. Did you like that?
Ooh, yeah, I love it. Yay.
So now you have a radio ad for your small business. We wish you
Wow.
all the best, not only in for your business, not only for your art, but in health as well.
Thank you so
You've
much.
got this.